G'day everyone and welcome back to Lake Eildon. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now I've come back to the same spot at Lake Eildon that I fished only a couple of weeks ago with my wife Loretta, and the water has dropped quite a lot. You can see the water was up around there. I caught half a dozen redfin and a couple of roach just near this tree and out in front. Now I'm standing in mud and look at the fog. I'm with Tim today. There's Tim.
How you going?
When we left Wangaratta, it was super foggy and they cleared completely before we even got to Glenroe McDonald's. There wasn't a cloud in the sky until we got to Bonnie Doon, and now it's foggy again. I have full faith that this fog is going to lift. Anyway, let's get some lines in. Right, rod number 1 can go out there to the right a little bit. Rod number 2 can go out there to the left a little bit. Paternoster rig on the rod on the left and a running sinker rig on the rod on the right, and they're both baited up with Jan Juc Worms. Now it's time to wait. I've just had a nibble on my Paternoster rig on the short stumpy rod. Come on, he's back again. Something's playing with my bait on the rod on the left. I just had a nibble on the running sinker rig. Oh, there it goes. I've just charged out of my chair, so it'll probably stop biting now. Oh, something's nibbling out there now, and got him. No, I haven't. I'm on a snag. It was on a snag. It was definitely a bite, and as soon as I struck, I felt resistance and thought I had him, but it was the snag that I had. This is the prediction, Tim. I'm going to be sitting in my chair. I'm going to get a big bite. I'm going to trip over on this tree root. Me Simon Humphrey rod holder is going to go straight through me guts and out the other side. And you're going to have to get my pocket knife out of my plastic box here and cut me out, cut me off. You good with that?
Yep.
Right, the little Paternoster, he's getting a nibble. Had a few nibbles. It must be nearly time I... Yeah, and the little stumpy rod. Must be nearly time I hook one of these fish. He's got that. Got him. And he's tiny. It'll be a tiny little redfin. I reckon it will be. Oh well, Tim, not much to write home about, but we're on the board. Time to celebrate. You little beauty. You can only see through it.
Yeah.
See, mate. That way. Why'd you just... Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, there he is.
Halfway through taking me jumper off and both my rods are getting big bites. I've got this one. Probably another little redfin, I'm guessing. What's that?
Yeah, we can carp that out.
I know. I've been in for about... The other one's getting a nibble now as well. Yeah, I'm going to sit there for a second, little redfin. I've got a fish on here too. I got him. I've got them both. Double hook up. That's wrapped around the bloody snag out there. Right, I'm past the snag. This one's a bit bigger. Is it a roach or is it another little redfin?
I reckon ready.
I reckon you might be right. That's a slightly larger redfin. One's lip hooked and one's gut hooked. How's that, Tim?
Yep, double hook up.
The midwinter double hookup. The midwinter redfin double hookup. See you later, mate. 1. And see you later, mate. 2.
He's off.
Beautiful.
He's off like a rocket.
Off like Nana's undies.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty off. As I put my first rod back in, the sun's out, jumper's off, and the fish are on. One of the reasons I reckon the fish are so small here is because these rods are in quite shallow. It's very shallow here. Even there, that cast out there's literally in probably 40 to 50 centimetres of water. And the one on this side maybe 60 or 70 centimetres because it's getting out a bit further. But it's a very shallow bay. But one of the reasons I like fishing in this spot, even though it's shallow and the fish are small, is because like some other lakes, Lake Eildon fluctuates a lot and it's not often full like this. So when it's low, trees and shrubs grow inside the actual lake, and then the lake comes up and floods them. And you can see over there's a lot of little dead saplings and stuff. The lake has lots of foliage and stuff around the edges, so you're sort of limited to where you can fish off the bank. So this spot's nice and clear and open. I can cast a line out without catching too many shrubs, although I did get snagged out here before. So that's why I like this spot. Right, I just had a touch on the running sinker again. I want to catch another roach. Nice bite there then.
The bite zone must be coming in.
The bite window, yeah, got this one. Another little birdie, I think. Got to hold it nice and high. I've stayed down here, crouched down in case the one on this other rod starts biting. Well, this one's hooked a bit deep. He might be in a bit of trouble. Might be in a bit of strife, but I'll do my best to give him the best possible prognosis. I've got the hook out. See you later, mate.
He's off.
He's off. Albeit a little bit slow. I'm hoping to catch a roach because I reckon they're an interesting fish. Ultimately, I love to catch a nice yellow belly or a big redfin that I can keep for a feed. But in this shallow water, I don't know whether that's likely to happen, but you just never know. You've got to be in it to win it. There's a bite straight away. Got him. The moment I put... Oh, he got off. The moment I put that in there, then you see that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Now, for anybody wondering exactly where Tim and I are actually fishing on Lake Eildon today, this is the Brankeet arm, and we're just around the corner from Bonnie Doon, the famous Bonnie Doon. We're about halfway between a place called Bonnie Doon and Pepin Point, and I caught that. I just put that line in and I just had a bite, and I caught a fish straight away. Did you see that, Tim? Yep. The line will sit there for ages and not get a bite, and as soon as I put a fresh worm in and cast it straight back out, it's bang, straight on. They must see the worm, they must see the bait coming and thinking. Oops, you swam the wrong way, mate. You got to go out into the deeper water. He's got his bearings. There's a bite on the running sinker. It's interesting that we haven't caught a carp. I didn't last time I was here either. Got him. Did you see the size of that bite then? The rod just went bang and it's a tiny little redfin. Just sitting here listening to the subtle sounds of two dogs barking at each other. One from that side of the lake and one from that side of the lake. Another little reddy. Interesting to note that I'm catching heaps of redfin on worms. Tim's down there, he's got corn on one rod, power bait on another rod, and earlier, when we first got here, he spent a good half an hour or more just flicking lures around for redfin, spinners and whatnot, and nothing. Just redfin on worms and that's it. No carp to be seen, nothing hitting lures, just small redfin on worms. Let's see if I can catch a high-speed redfin. I've just put a fresh worm on. I'll cast it out. I'll put it down, let it sink, and see if I get a bite straight away because it happens so often. Got him. I've struck on the paternoster rig. Another little reddy. Another deep hooked redfin. I was able to get it out. It's got me worms, but see you later, mate. You deserve that worm, you can keep that. I nearly tripped over that bloody stump then. I told you earlier that was going to happen, didn't I? I nearly went over the stump and impaled myself through the guts on my fishing rod holder. There it goes. Got him. Hold the rod up a bit higher to keep it away from the snags. How's that for a premonition? I saw that coming a mile away. But you're a cute little redfin, but you're not worth dying for. I reckon I might put a lure on in a little while and flick a soft plastic around. There it goes. Got him. This one might be a little bit bigger. Then again, maybe not. Maybe it just feels like the hose. It's definitely a little bit bigger. Yeah, that'd be small fillets. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. Get a bite, did ya? Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. Oh, this other rod is, the small rod's getting. I know, I nearly went straight over that tree stump again then. I didn't even see it there when I put my fork-shaped stick here. Or me rod holder. I might reel it in and cast it back out. Look, I've got a fish. I've got a fish on here. Oh no, it's coming in through it. Yeah, I've got a fish on here. Didn't even know I had it. Ba-bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. Folks, I'm having a blast here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a soft plastic on for a while. And I'm going to cast the soft plastic around and see if I can pick one up on a lure. See you later, mate. I'm going to cast some soft plastics around for a while. And then Tim and I are going to pack up and head across to Lake Nillahcootie this afternoon. So I'll leave me worm rod out now and put a soft plastic on. Right, I've put my bait fishing gear away and I've gone and got my long soft plastic rod, which is a Shimano Sedona 7 foot long with a Shimano Vanford reel with recently spooled with 4 pound Maxima Ultra Green. And I've got a little strike tiger nymph in white bait pearl colour with the claws removed. And Tim's just going to sit there and drown some bait. Oh, look at that, a carp just jumped. Right where I was about to cast my lure. Well folks, I've been casting this soft plastic around for a little while. I've fished it here, I've been along up there, it's nice looking water, and I've hit this area here really hard, where I know there are quite a few small redfin, have not had a single touch. So Tim and I are going to pack up now and head over and fish Lake Nillahcootie this afternoon. And just like that, Tim and I have made our way to Lake Nillahcootie. Everything's the same. I've got 2 rods, one with a paternoster rig, one with a running sinker rig, both baited up with worms, but not just any old worms, scrub worms. You thought I was going to say Jan Juc Worms, didn't you? Jan Juc Worms are a great sponsor of this channel, and they're a wonderful company to deal with. They're just amazing in every sense of the word. But I ran out, and that's my fault because I need to go online and organise some more. But so I ran out. So at Lake Eildon earlier, those little redfin, they scun me of all my Jan Juc Worms. So on the way over, Tim and I found a nice damp gully, dug a few worms to use here today. They might not be scrub worms, I don't know, they're just nice thick worms out of a damp gully. And I had a mishap while we were digging worms, so I ended up digging worms with just the head of the shovel by hand. But anyway, here we are at Lake Nillahcootie, hoping to catch a yellow belly. I kid you not, I'm already getting a bite. Something is already nibbling at that worm. Been at Nillahcootie for all of about, my lines have been in for all of about 1 minute. And I've already had a nibble. There it goes. Got him. Hey Tim, I'm already on. What's taking you so long? I'm not even joking, it's a nice sized fish too. I reckon it's a nice yellow belly. I'm not joking. I just put it in. I literally just put it in. In the middle of winter, you never catch fish. It's a carp. It's just hooked a bit funny around that. It's hooked around that back fin. Can you believe that? I literally just put that in.
Foul's hooked?
No, he's hooked in the mouth, but it was just wrapped around that top fin there. Yeah. There you go, folks. High-speed carp fishing at Lake Nillahcootie. Can you believe that? I literally just put that in. Well, we're at Lake Nillahcootie, and we're on the board in the first scene that I filmed when I hit the go button. Yep. Right, put it to sleep and get my line back in. Geez, that would have been a lovely sized yellow belly.
Oh, if it was.
Yeah. Tim's rod's nearly getting pulled in. I haven't even dealt with my carp. Have you still got him?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to deal with the carp and then run down and we're going to see what Tim's caught. Right, carp, you go down there. No one's going to see this bit. Let's go see what Tim's got. Well, this all happened a bit quicker than either of us expected.
Yeah.
Another carp. Isn't it amazing? At Lake Eildon, we never saw a carp. Yep. We've got the Nilakootie and we've got 2 carp in the space of about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. Pretty bad lighting, but you get the idea.
Yep.
A fat carp. I hope this isn't going to be a carp fest. So many places that is teeming with carp at the moment. A couple of carp is fun, but a nice yellow belly would be nice. Well, that was incredible. First carp in the first 2 minutes. I caught one like instantly, and I said to Tim, "What's taking you so long?" And then he caught one. We'll probably sit here for the next 4 hours and not get another bite now. Tim's just found a pair of bells clipped to the tree down there. You're 1 pair of bells up and I'm 1 shovel down. Right, new worms are on their way. I've just ordered some, yep. Can't see the line, but it's definitely a bite. Oh, I missed it. How did I miss that? Just had a bite. Okay, getting a bite here, that's taken that. Got him. Hey! Yep. I reckon it's a carp. It's got a bit of weight to it. It could be a yellow, but I reckon it's going to be a carp. It's taken us a while. Tim and I caught 2 fish straight away, and then it's taken nearly an hour to get this hook this one. When we caught those 2 straight away, I thought, here we go, it's just going to be a carp fest. And then, no, we got to sit down and chill out for an hour. It's another carpio. Another carp for the pile. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Another carp for the pile. Say it. See me carp. Hey, why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're very good at it. I can't see any. Couple of fresh earthworms on. Getting another little nibble on the running sinker rig here. What's your guess? Do you reckon we'll get a yellow belly on dark?
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon we might. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
No fishing trip to Lake Nillahcootie would be complete without wind. Just had my first bite on my little stumpy rod. Can't really see it in this light. There it goes. Got him! We're going for it. Probably another carp, I think. A few people have asked me, what's the, why do I use 1 long rod and 1 short rod? There's no real explanation, but I'll tell you more about the short rod in a minute, once I've seen what sort of fish this is. Another carp. With every one of these, I hope it's a yellow belly, but it's not. It's another carp. I'll put this on the pile, then I'll tell you some stuff about this short rod. It's a carp convention, Tim.
Yep.
Alright, that carp's on the pile. Now while I'm rebaiting my little stumpy rod, I just want to talk to you about the short rod. I was at the camera shop in Albury there a while back, and I had to leave my camera with them for a while to do a bit of work, so I had an hour or two to spare. So I went out to Anaconda in Albury with absolutely no intention on buying anything, just to kill some time and do a bit of window shopping. And then I saw this tiny little rod and I thought, that looks like fun. Be fun to use a small rod like that. So I bought it for fun, and now I use it all the time, and it's fun. That's about all it's got going for it. It's a lot of fun. You can't, it's almost impossible to cast it accurately. It's hard to detect nibbles because it's not real flexible. It's like a little stump, so the top of the rod doesn't dance around. You just got to watch it really closely. But it is, when you hook a fish, it is fun. If there is any kind of upside to it, when you're landing a fish, if you're using a landing net, you don't have to spread your arms right apart and high stick it and hold the rod up in the air. You just sort of hold it out in front of you because it's such a short rod, and it's convenient to carry around. So it's convenient to carry, and it makes landing fish easier, but other than that, there's not a lot of great use to it. Even in the boat, it barely goes over the side of my dad's boat. It barely reaches over the side of the boat, it's that short. And even when you cast it out into the open water like this, it takes a bit of practice. It's a hard rod to cast accurately. But when you do hook a fish, it's a lot of fun. That was another bite. That was a bite for sure. Take it, and someone's playing with it. It's getting really slack. I wonder if something's grabbed it and moved towards the bank with the line, perhaps. It's snagged. Oh, bugger. I'm not digging this wind. I'm not digging anything. My shovel's broken. Got him. Oh, big one. This is a carp. No, if it's a yeller, it's a big one. I was just saying to Tim, I've caught all the fish today. He's only caught one, but he's caught the biggest one. But that might be about to change. It's not a record-breakingly big fish, but it's certainly bigger than the last few that I've caught. No, it could be. I don't think so.
I think I've just seen that tail twice.
I think it's just big.
I thought you caught the biggest so far.
I think so now. Do you want to do me a favour and just grab the landing net?
Yep, where is it?
In the car. That's funny. Car. Oops.
Hey.
At least with a broken shovel, I've got a good knocker on the headerer.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what the fly fishermen call it? A priest.
Priest.
Yep.
He's got to be at least.
Got to be in the 60s.
Yeah, at least maybe 62.
Yeah, oh, that'd be about my guess, I reckon. About, so if you're going 62, I'll go 61. Oh, big! Big!
Big kahuna.
Rather heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll bring it over here.
Yep.
I've got my own little system for getting the carp out of the net.
Yep.
I just normally, with a running sinker rig, it's alright, and you just go like that. With a paternoster rig, the sinker normally gets caught up in it. Right, I said 61, Tim said 62, but now I'm thinking more 65. No, 61. Oh. I was right the first time. 61 on the dot. Big, big, big carp. Right, there you are. Got a cameo appearance here from Holly. Right on sunset, right on the magic hour. What are you doing?
Showing you my eyeball.
Hey?
Showing you my eyeball.
From rampant redfin at Lake Eildon to colossal carp at Lake Nillahcootie, Tim and I have had a blast, but now it's time to go home. Unfortunately, we didn't catch any fish that we could keep for a feed today, but it is the middle of winter and that's the way it goes this time of year. Folks, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button and giving the video a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you on my next adventure.